1978 until 1985. Now he's written a tell-all book about their relationship.
When you first met Priscilla, how much of the attraction was based on the fact that she'd been married to Elvis Presley?
It's a lot. That's Elvis Presley.
So she wasn't just a pretty woman. She was Elvis's wife.
Well, I'm separating the two. I'm not going to say that because Priscilla was Elvis's ex-wife and had his child, that was the attraction. But that was connected. That was over here. That was that was my own thing as a fan, as an Elvis Presley fan as a kid. And then there was Priscilla Presley, who was this incredible woman.
One night with you. In the book, Edwards describes his sexual encounters with Priscilla in intimate detail.
I spent the first night over, as I wrote in the book, on the couch. The second night, she was with Elton John at a party. And the third night, I vowed I wouldn't sleep on the couch. That third evening, I swept her up off her feet in the kitchen at 3 o'clock in the morning, carried her to her bedroom, and that was it.
Edwards writes that on his first night at Priscilla's house, Elvis appeared to him in a dream with a message.
I had a dream that night. You know, when you drink, and I had also been doing cocaine that same night, alcohol. I had the most scary dream. There he was, materializing over the pool, his molecules expanding, and he became bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's a gigantic Elvis over the pool, looking down at me and saying, this is what life is. This is what God thinks. This is what it's like to be God.
Edwards recounts a number of extremely private and potentially embarrassing episodes in Priscilla's life. He writes that during their relationship, Priscilla became pregnant and had an abortion, that Priscilla often joined him in alcohol and drug abuse, that Priscilla, like Edwards, had affairs outside their relationship, and that he was sexually attracted to Priscilla's then 13-year-old daughter, Lisa Marie.
I never had sexual relations with Lisa. I never crossed that fine line, and I always kept control of my emotions.
Were you angry at yourself? Were you confused by your own feelings toward her?
There was confusion. I had turmoil in my life, first of all, from living under the roof of Elvis Presley, carrying on that name, raising his child.
Edwards says neither Priscilla nor Lisa knew of his feelings at the time.
It's one thing to tell your own secrets, but don't you feel you betrayed Priscilla by telling intimate details of her life?
I called Priscilla, and I said, Priscilla, I'm at the point where someone is offering me a contract to write a book. They want to call it Priscilla, Elvis, and Me. There was silence, and she said, you said you would never do that. And I said, no, I didn't, Priscilla. But what I would like to do, if you're against this book, I would like to have a meeting with you. I set numerous meetings that she canceled.
After you tried to reach Priscilla, she said that one thing, you promised you wouldn't do this, and then she never again really let you know she objected.
The last communication.
Representatives of Priscilla Presley told Entertainment Tonight she has not read Edwards' book and that she has no plans to read the book, and she has no comment on its contents. Gene Wolfe, Entertainment Tonight.
While Priscilla, Elvis, and Me is already in many bookstores, its official publication date isn't until early next month. Therefore, the only reviews available are in publishing trade magazines. One of those is Booklist, and its review is harsh. Quote, "It's hard to believe that someone could be so hard up for money as to write this book. It's also hard to believe that a book so badly written could be published."
In the days when Elvis reigned supreme in the world of rock, another flamboyant performer put a candelabra on his piano and thrilled the rock lovers' parents with music that mixed pop with the classics. As is the case with Elvis, there are also those who follow in Liberace's footsteps.
Liberace.
Slaughter spent 7 months in jail for beating a guy to death.